Hello, I have to admit that the title of this video is not very true. In fact, the video could also be called HTML in a single line. Either way, the point is that valid HTML code can be written in just one line. There are rules that determine how HTML code should be formed. At the address you see on the screen, you can read about these rules. They were prepared by a group of people who call themselves WG, and they are in charge of maintaining and developing the HTML language. The version of HTML that we will deal with is HTML5. The minimum valid HTML5 code consists of a doctype declaration and the title element. There must be some content between the title tags, and that content must not be a space, i.e. you must not create content by pressing the space bar once. Is this minimal HTML5 code useful? Not at all. But don't worry, we will write more detailed HTML code in this video. Before typing the code, let's first learn some basic terms. On this slide we see that the less than sign, the letter P and the greater than sign together are called a tag, and in this case it is a tag that denotes a paragraph. There are many other tags which we will meet in the following videos. This tag has its own closing tag, which consists of a less than sign, a slash, the letter P and a greater than sign. Not all tags have their closing tag. Between the opening and closing tags there is content. This is what will actually be shown on the web page. The opening tag, content, and closing tag are called an element. Tags can also have attributes that describe the tag. In this case we have a class, which is the name of the attribute and its value, highlight. For now, you don't have to worry about what exactly the class is. We'll get to that. Before typing the code, you will need an editor called Visual Studio Code. You can download it from https://code.visualstudio.com/download. It is a powerful editor that does not take up a lot of resources, can work under Windows, Mac OS and Linux, and is free. It is not just used to write HTML, by the way. The installation process is pretty simple, so I didn't show it in this video. I have Visual Studio Code on my taskbar, so I'll run it from there. Here we are in Visual Studio Code and we will click on the new file. Click on the select the language to select the language in which we will write our code. In our case it's HTML. From the drop-down we see that we also have other languages, but for now we will scroll to HTML and click on it. Down there we see that the language mode is HTML and that encoding is set to UTF-8. As you have seen before, the doctype declaration is mandatory. The doctype declaration, which we will now type, tells the browser two things: that it is an HTML document and that the document is written in HTML version 5, so that the browser can interpret the document in the best way. If we omit the declaration, there are problems with malformed HTML tables, for example. Below the declaration we write an HTML tag, and this is our root element. Within the HTML tags we have two sections, the body and the head. In the head we put what is not displayed to the visitor of our web page. There is information such as keywords and a description of the page which appears in internet search results. An exception to this is the title element, within which there is text that will appear on the browser tab and as text that identifies the bookmark of that page. Within the head tag, we use a meta element with the charset attribute. This attribute has the value UTF-8. We hereby state that the page uses UTF-8 characters, and today that includes practically any text that we put on the page. How to understand the term meta? Let's say we have a photograph. It is an example of data. Metadata would be name of the camera used to make the photograph. Metadata is data about data. Within the body tags is placed the visible content of the page: text, images, tables, video, playable audio tracks, and more. We will write the h1 element inside the body tags. The h1 tags mark the text inside as the main title. Click on the file, then save. Type the name of the file and save it by activating the Save button. On the desktop we see the icon of our saved HTML page and we will open it. And here is our page displayed in Google Chrome browser. We see that the text we put between the title tags is displayed on the browser tab. And here is our main title, the text that we put inside the h1 tags. If we want to save the page as a bookmark, we can do this by clicking on the star in the upper right corner of the window and choose Add Bookmark. We should now click on Done. From the drop-down list, we can see at the bottom that the name of our bookmark is the same as the text that we put inside the title tags. Once we learn the basic HTML structure well, we can speed up code writing by using Emmet. In the VS Code window, type an exclamation mark and press the tab key. Magic happens. The code is inserted automatically. In the video that follows, which is titled Speed Up Coding with a Basic HTML Template, we expand our HTML code and deal with more advanced things related to HTML, which concern the creation of a professional website. Also, the first videos related to the CSS language should appear soon. See you in the next video. Bye.